Hey, beautiful people. We talking about the ascendants, that's conjunction to the planets, that's square to the planets, and opposition to the planets, and the easy aspect to the planet, which is sextiles and trines to the planets. So, whatever your ascendant is conjuncted to, trine and sextile to, opposing, which is opposition, and square to, this is what we talking about today. And so we going through the planets. And you can see why you act how you act and why, because the planetary aspect is very important. Now, when we talking about the ascendants that's conjuncted to Mars, you know that Mars is fiery. Mars is action oriented. Mars was ready to go to war. Mars like to strategize a plan. Mars is the go getter. Mars is the one that love fun and love activity, love drama, even if Mars had to star drama. But Mars is the one who want to be the hero, the saver, the fighter who don't care and who stand bold and firm and strong. So if your ascendant's conjunction to this is going to be part of how you come up, part of your personality, part of your head, part of your body, part of how you look when you got Mars conjuncted to your ascendants. Now, if your Mars is sextile, if it's sextile or trying to your ascendant, see trying is this is your natural gift. The carrot, the not the Mars traits, the Mars attitude. This is something you do natural. This is easy to you to carry out the Mars energy. So sextile is something that you have in you. This is something that you like. This is something that with a little potential you could bring out of you. You know what I'm saying? This is already in you. You just got to bring it out more. And so you would like people who are aggressive. You would like people who are fun loving. You would like people who are strong leaders, like the Mars energy is. You would like people who are warriors. So now, if it's squares, oppositions, this is something that your Mars is opposing your ascendant. So you gonna have a quick temper. You might be snapping. It's gonna be the downside of Mars. So squares is you have trouble with the Mars energy. You have trouble being a leader. You have trouble and always fighting and always going through an emotion with your temper and anger and stressing and you have trouble going to go get the prize. Now if it's opposition, this type of energy that's opposing. So it'd be the opposite. You be the type that's more laid back than aggressive and who could be stuck in the rut and don't want to do nothing because the Mars energy here, the Mars energy is the opposite. So this how it's playing out. So you can be the type that ain't motivated like the regular Mars energy and who ain't on a warrior tactic because it's opposing it. So if your sentence opposing Mars, now if your sentence is square to it, you have a hard time with it, but you can master it. And once you master this, after you go through everything that's dealing with Mars fighting, and so this make you super aggressive. This can make you super, all about self. Super on a leadership thing. You can be over carrying yourself, over expressing yourself, over creative, and overdoing things. Same thing with opposition. You can overdo it. It could be not only you can lack, but also you can overdo it. You could do it, but you could overdo it. You know what I'm saying? You could over be a leader. So with the squares of opposition, you can pretty much be a follower. You can be not all in your element that you're supposed to be in. So for the easy aspects like the sextiles and trines to Mars, you more this is easy to you. This Mars is easy to you to carry out these traits, and this is what you love. So sex is very important with these aspects, and also with the conjunction. But with the squares of opposition, they might do anything for sex. They might have sex with some anybody. So that's that squares of opposition because more like the downside. Squares of opposition more like the downside. So that's how I look at it. See, conjunction is this is connected to you, so it could play out either or, the good or the bad. The easy aspects can be more positive. So this has played out now, because Mars is the type that's like a little kid and could have the animalistic nature, But Mars also got a quick cognitive mind because it think quick, it move quick. So Mars is the planet that know how to strategize. It's to know how with Mars. I know how to get it. I know how to do this, and they come up with solutions quick, fast, quick instinct. But also they can overspend and overdo this because they know they can get it again. That's the warrior mind they got. Their mindset with warrior tactics. They know how to go to war. They know how to at every level. So when it's the sextile, this is like you got to pull it out more. The Trine, this your natural gift until it's so easy to you till you can forget that this is even a part of your energy. See what I'm saying? But the conjunction is more the strongest aspects, which means that this really in you like that Mars energy. And so because opposition, you have troubles with this until you master it. See what I'm saying? So now, moving on to the ascendants that's conjuncted to Venus or trine a sextile to Venus or also squares and oppositions to Venus. And so when we talk about conjunction to Venus, when your ascendant is how you come off. You come off beautiful. You come off stylish. You come off loving beautiful things. You come off you come off the type that all about love and romance and about peace, about harmony, and want to live the good life. You come off want to be stylish, want to be want to unite with people, very social, very loving. So this is basically like when I look at Venus, I look at the good life. It's like the balance of the good life. Neptune is the higher ups of the good life. They don't want to come down to earth. So now we talking about since this is a female trait, you the type that's like an empath that can empathize with people very good. So those who have ascendant conjunction to Venus, you can empathize with people pretty good. So with the conjunction could go either way because this is blend in. It blend in with your ascendant sign. And so you're gonna come off automatically with the Venus effect. That I mean, so with the Venus caregiving, love, nurturing traits, want to bring people together and loving family and loving people in general and to socialize and want to heal and very always caring for your family and your loved ones and stuff like that there. So now with the conjunction how it play out, this connected to you could go either it could go positive or negative because it's already blended automatic. It could be on both sides. Now with the easy aspects, the sextile, you would like things that deal with Venus, and plus you have it in you, but it got to be activated. It might be a friend who has some of the Venus traits who might activate your energy. Then you come into your essence of what Venus is. So sextile, sometimes it just come out anyway later through life with the sextile as you continue to grow because you already got the Venus in you. Just needed more. We just need it to come out more. So with the trine, this your natural gift. This is being creative. Being into fashion model, being into beauty, being into art, being loving, being caring. And squares, you have a hard time with it until you become that Venus. So love really will be hate with you. You could be the type that don't really want relationship, that don't want to socialize, that don't want to do this, that deal with Venus, don't care about beauty, don't care about none of that. See what I'm saying? So it could be very destructive, or you could have a hard time with it, or you could overdo it. You could be over stylish, or and you can fantasize too much. You can be too much about love until you fall because the squares here. Well, opposition, you're going to oppose that. You don't care nothing about this type of energy right here until you learn how to align yourself with the Venus energy. And once you do, you come into balance with it, then you're going to be awesome. A lot of times with squares oppositions, uh, people don't master this trait. Some do though, and that's why a lot of celebrities come into their powers because a lot of them got squares of oppositions and they master it. So if you got other stuff in your natal chart that help you, you're good. But this how these people come off. So you might mess with a person who got ascendants to Venus. I said a square to ascendant square to Venus. They might come off very negative and very critical of people who beautiful or just like people who beautiful and I will talk about people who think they beautiful and all that there and stuff like that there. Or they might hate to socialize. They might don't like to kick it. You see what I'm saying? You might have mental problems when dealing with beautiful things and beautiful people who have low self esteem right here. or they could overdo things and always want to be the center of attention, or want to be a showstopper right here. Same thing with opposition. Opposition don't care nothing about it, so they might come out dub and don't care about being creative or don't be creative. You know what I'm saying? And have this a regular calm attitude, something simple. So a very impact where they can feel people pain because they when dealing with love, because that's how Venus operates. So a very feeling type of energy right here. So with that being said, now y'all understand how this works. Now moving on to those who have ascendants with the sun. Now if your ascendant is conjunct to the sun, because you know the son is the one who love the spotlight. The son is the fun loving, the one who love children and kids, the youthful, playful energy, the one who love to aspire, the one who is strong leader, automatically a leader, natural, who example a role model as a leader. So you talk the sunny personality who don't mind being in the public in the spotlight, and who love their attention and who love they shine. And some people are the ones who don't care what people think. So if this your ascendant conjunction to the sun, you definitely carry out the sun energy right here. This how you come off to people. This your personality. This just your body. This your persona. So now, if this your sextile or trine, you more okay. When it comes to sextile, later on you will grow into that, or you will like that. You will like that type of energy until you grow into that. It's in you already. It's your potential, and so, but trying this to be more like your gifts, you know what I'm saying? This is something natural to you to carry out the sunny personality, the persona too, so easy to you that you might don't even care nothing about it because so easy to you be laid back on it, you know what I'm saying? And now you don't really want to be into creative things, doing creative work or being a leader or being an inspiration to people. So you must carry out your trying. And once you do, you'll see fortune come your way. Now, when it comes to squares, if you're sitting a square the sun or something like that, this makes you don't really like to be in the spotlight and don't want to be around people, and you the type who need people to aspire. You need people to uplift you and inspire you, and you can be more of a follower right here because you're having a hard time in this place. But you want to be a leader, but it's hard for you to be in the spotlight. You want to do this, but it's hard for you. So if it's your opposition, it's the same way. It is that you don't care nothing about being flashy and stylish and being a leader and stuff like that there. So right here, because it's opposing it. So your ascendant is opposing the sunny personality of being confidence, and so you have very much low self-esteem, and if you do have high self-esteem, you don't care nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't care nothing about the spotlight. You're gonna be to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you don't care about aspiring people or living people. So this right here can be very dangerous right here. You can be like, ooh, if it's on the dark side, you can just imagine what it's gonna be like. You know what I'm saying? The pure anger right here. People who explosive with temper problems, who might be mad at people who flashy, who don't like people who all in the spotlight and stuff like that. When you talk about squares or oppositions, when your ascendant is square opposition to the sun. So now, when we talking about your ascendants, that's cause like I must say this too before I move on. The ascendants aspects to the sun, these people, the sun makes them more like a seer, more like a where they can see from a distance. It's called distant telepathy powers or distant clairvoyance, where they can see people in other countries. This would be their psychic gifts. I always like to tell people their psychic gifts because they might be experiencing it and don't know what it is. But also cognitive, because the sun is very confidence, and it deals with consciousness and the mind. So and also manifestation for the mind and carrying it out right here. So if it squares the opposition, they might don't even carry it out. It might be blocked. You know what I'm saying? Until they master this placement and unlock it. You know what I'm saying? Now with the sextile, it might be anything that inspired them to bring it out. And they might watch a TV program with somebody giving a speech that might bring out uh their aspects to the sun, their ascendant aspects to the sun. Now, now with this being said, ascendants conjunction to the sun is this automatic. or descendants Trine to the sun. This the natural gift. Now, moving on. We got an ascendant that's conjunction to the moon. This is a very powerful place because they don't come off moody. Come off not only moody, you can see it in their face, it's part of their body. So anytime it's conjunction to the ascendants, it's automatic blend in. See what I'm saying? Automatic. This is also how you look. You know what I'm saying? So this their emotions, and this is they got to feel the situation. They got to feel things out. It's how they feel. It's all about that. It's all about comfortability. It's all about security, the answers, the home, family. And they come up always saying, "What's up, family? How you doing? Is you okay?" So they're very caring and very loving. They're very friendly and very kind. But they also the moods could change, and they can feel when the moon is out. When the moon is out. So this is when you got your ascendant conjunction to the moon. But also those who trying, they can do the same thing. And it's their gift. It's naturally a part of who they are. So sextile, they can feel it, but they got to they later on they will understand it because they gonna come into their full power. Sextile, you come into your full power after a while anyway, because it's already in you. It's your potential. See what I'm saying? So right here, these people are nurturers, caregivers. This they're more like into the ancestors. Ancestors, spirituality is very important to these people. The inner self, looking within. Meditation is the key with these people right here. So those who got squares in opposition, we're talking ascendants that's square to the moon. They got a blockage here. They don't like being emotional. They don't like being in their feelings. You know what I mean? Or they might be too much in their feelings and explode all the time. And you don't know how to take these people. And you can't hardly trust these people. And they don't care about being security oriented. You know what I'm saying? They might be doing anything and don't and you know and always having emotional battles and warfare. Especially you got ascendants opposing the moon also. So this is very important, people, when you talk about the ascendants, squares, and the poles, because it's like the downside of things, squares and opposition. And people wonder why they be so much anger, going through all these emotional anger and upsets and depression. A lot of these people be very depressed a lot, you know what I'm saying? Going through it, it can't handle their emotions 'cause so strong and so powerful. They go through a lot of spirits and hearing voices, seeing things and feeling things, and they don't know what they're feeling right here until they master this placement. But those who conjunction, we got send us a junction to the moon, they already know what they feel. They clairsentient off the riff. So this is very much a clairsentient, I feel placement, but also a seer like clairvoyance. They have all the psychic gifts right here because the moon is the mother of all the water energy itself. She's the mother. So they will love the female. They will love the mothers. They will love and respect their elders and also their family. Unless squares of opposition mean they can go against their mothers and go against women and can really, hit women and do all this other stuff and strike against women. Or some could wish they was a woman if they men. They could wish they was a woman. Some men. So it could turn out when the squares of opposition, that's how it is because it's the downside. Now, when you got ascendants that's conjunction to Mercury right here, we got ascendants that's conjunction to Mercury. The way your personality is had the Mercury effect, which is speed, fast, presence, fast thinking. You know what I mean? Fast thinking, fast movement. Always love to communicate and socialization. This will make your day. Somebody can stimulate your mind because you're highly intelligent, and also intuition comes naturally to you when it comes with thoughts. Mental intuition, where you can read a person's mind. So telepathy powers, transferring thoughts uh, uh, to other people, and also understanding other people's mind and their thoughts. Quick, you can finish people's sentences off like no other because you can understand words, understand symbols, understand signs. And so you can break down things better than anyone. You can be a translator when it comes to communication. You got many styles of communication, many styles of expression. And so it makes you very articulate and like a shift shaper. You're a shift shaker. Where you can be any form, but change to any form and understand any form, understand any math, any science. So you be into the research and information is the key here. These people are your knowledge bringers and knowledge seekers right here. And those who love information, every little detail right here. They love every little detail, every little cornerstone. So teachers, your instructors, The ones, your spiritual guys. These are the people, because they won't get the message from the spiritual realm. So this how they gonna come off as ascendants conjunction to Mercury. They come off with this very expressive. You know what I'm saying? Very, they know how to communicate with people. Any type of person, they could get on anybody level. So these people will have the Mercury look, the Mercury attitude. So this, when you see them, as a thinker, because Mercury deal with the mind and communication and deal with information. So they are the ones who love to hear people talk. They'll sit back because they want to hear you talk. Sometimes they could overthink themselves where they don't even listen to others, because while you talking, they thinking about all type of stuff going through their minds. So now this the conjunction and the trine. This is naturally them, naturally their gift, naturally a part of who they are, naturally their gift. See, this the positive aspects, which is the trine and the sextile. This is in them, but it is something that's got to activate that to bring it out. Sooner or later in life, it's gonna come out. You're gonna live your potential as a sextile, and the sextile will love it the most out of all aspects, because sextiles, this is very easy. See, the trine. This is like they only gifted with this. This is nasty them. See, sextile is their gift is hidden though. They had to bring it out so they enjoy it more. They would like love to learn all about the Mercury energy, thinking and dealing with people who deal with the intellect, deal with people who could communicate well and look at many expressive, being comedians and actors and stuff like that there. So Sextile could be the best. This could be one of the best placements. But the squares and oppositions, squares, they will have trouble with communicating. Might dislike people who talk a lot, or always go against other people's thoughts and rebelling against somebody' ideas and thoughts, and don't want nobody to be smarter than them and stuff like that. There, so they can really go hard against people who really hate against people who they think smarter than them. They can have low self esteem and feel like they can't talk. Some of them talk slow, and some of them really might have a speech problem. Some of them might have understanding problem. Can't understand that quick. You know what I'm saying? Take them a long time to understand when it's squares and opposition. They could be against that. They could be against. They just mostly want to live by their intuition more, or go by what they feel instead of just thinking and communicating and express themselves all the time. Or they can listen. Always want to listen to what somebody else say. Get advice from people get advice for other people all the time instead of listen to their intuition or their mind. So this type of energy that it brings on the downside, bring the opposite of the conjunction, the trine, and the sextile. And so the squares of opposition is basically the opposite of that. So they can over talk themselves with squares of opposition. They can overdo it. They can overthink they smart, the smartest person in the world, and they're not even smart. They could think they this and that, and they're not that. See what I'm saying? So this is how it play out. Now, when we talk about the squares in opposition, this right here could be a very much blockage when coming to their thinking and communicating. And they can have a hard time with this until they learn to master it and become that. So now, when we talking about ascendants that's conjunction to Jupiter, this is my placement right here. Ascendants that's conjuncted to Jupiter, uh, we got to understand that Jupiter deals with expansion, it deals with growth, it deals with good fortune, it deals with knowledge, it deals with spiritual knowledge, it deals with spirituality, it deals with wisdom. I also deal with people who think big and do things in a big way. So Jupiter got a big personality. Some people call it the God complex. People could think they know it all. And so how this carry out is that when it's conjunction, this is connected, blend in with your ascendants. It blend in with my ascendants, uh, which is Cancer's my ascendants. So Jupiter and Cancer right here is my placement. So I got water and fire mixed. But we speaking of the ascendants conjunction to Jupiter. These people think big. They be on wisdom all the time. All like to experience and like to hear different people points of views and philosophy, so they can gain more knowledge. And they love to hear the truth. They like to do the discernment and bring out the truth. So justice right here, like justice play a big part right here. Doing the right thing, the truth. These are your truth seekers. but they also like to be adventurous and like to do things big and like to communicate with some of everybody. They're very kind, very friendly, very giving. They got a big personality and a big heart. So, and a universal mind, because they always want to educate themselves, always want to learn, and they good at expressing themselves very well. And they're very bold and very confident, because when you think of the archer, then you know what you're talking about right here. When you talk the God complex, they already think they it. They already think they the source. So other people can have conflict with these people, but at the same time, people love them because they got a good spirit and good energy and very kind, and they're very adaptable. So with the Jupiter energy right here, these people here, they love spirituality. They love any. They see everything as spiritual, and they all trying to find the greater truth to what spirituality is. They all trying to. They all might go through different religion until they get to spirituality. Go through all throughout their life, and they're gonna always expand and grow. If they continue to grow, they're gonna become wise and more intelligent. And so they pretty much claircognizance and also clairvoyance like energy right here. But see, if I add my cancer in there, this makes me more clairsentient too. It spans all that. But I'm just talking about ascendant conjunction to Jupiter. But my ascendant is Cancer. But anyway, ascendant, I'm talking to everyone. Ascendant conjunction to Jupiter. These people here is very jolly, very happy, very playful, they can be comedian like. That's how they come off. They come off as friendly. They love to meet different people from different countries, different places. They like to try different things. And so just the fiery attitude, like the good people you want to be around, who you have fun with. So they very fun loved. So now, this conjunction now, if it's the trine, when you got ascendant trine to Jupiter, these people, this their natural gift right here. So everything I said about the conjunction, this their natural gift, this their natural self. This is what they do with ease, being friendly, being kind. This is the vibe they give off with ease. You know what I'm saying? Being creative, you know what I'm saying? Knowing how to talk, knowing how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Claircognizance is something they do naturally, very friendly, very kind, uh, and good people in general. Now, if it's sextile, they got to end them. They like to be around good people until they bring out their potential, till they bring this out because it's already in them. And so it's gonna be something that's gonna help activate them to bring it out, or later on throughout their life, they're gonna bring out that part of them, which is ascendant that's sextile to Jupiter. They're gonna bring that out. They're gonna actually become that Jupiter energy. So this is very important when you got a planet that's connected to your ascendant sign. And so for sextile, they would love people who good people, people who friendly, people who expressive, people who playful, people who comedian, people who like to have fun. They would love that. They would love people who have wisdom and stuff like that there, who like the sages and stuff that they would love people who are spiritual guys. They would love spirituality, and they would love topics like that deal with spiritual topics and stuff like that there. So now if it's ascendant that's square to Jupiter, they will have a hard time with this. They'll have a hard time thinking big. They'll have a hard time expressing themselves. They'll have a hard time having fun. And they'll have a hard time you know, being around people and interacting with people. You know what I'm saying? And they would have a hard time giving to people, or they will overdo it. They will overgive. They will over express themselves, overdo this, overdo that. Same thing with opposition. If you got if your ascendant is opposing Jupiter, they will have a hard time with this. So, because say opposition is the enemy, so it's the enemy to the ascendant. So that means they might don't care about thinking big, or they might go against people who got a big complex, or who know it all, or people who actually know, and but they don't try to know it all, but they just know they got the wisdom. They might go against that type of energy. So now when we got ascendants that's conjunction to Saturn right here. We're talking people who are organized, who structure, natural leaders, those who work hard to accomplish their goals, those who are naturally like mediums who feel people pain through their body, so the physical empath easily. So they can read people body language and stuff like that there. So these people here have got practical intelligence. We talking about ascendant conjunction to Saturn right here. And these people this how they come off. They come off like very analytical, very observant, very organized. Got their stuff together. And like the norm. They follow the normal traditions. They like the normal things in life, the average and stuff like that. There, but they are great leaders when it comes to people among groups and stuff like that. There, very analytical, observant, and knowing how to solve problems and solutions. And like got the mechanical hands and stuff like that. There. So if you're sending conjunction to Saturn, this is how people operate. You know what I'm saying? So you all be good with these people because they loyal to the end, and you can trust these people. They get the job done. These are hard workers and very professional like people. So now, if it's somebody trying, if your sin is trying to Saturn, this your natural gift. This naturally you. This is so easy to you that you might don't want to be professional, and that you might don't want to be a leader for people. You know what I'm saying? You might don't want to do it so easy to you. This is something that's so easy to you to do. This So now, if your ascendant is sextile to Saturn, this is what's in you. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later it will come out, and also you would love to be around people who like that, who are organized, who are professional, who are neat, and then you honor stuff like this. And so you got to understand, Saturn is all about respect. As long as you give respect, they love respect. So if they got to take it, they will do anything for their respect, and they like to follow natural order of things. They love order. So when we talk about squares of opposition, ascendant squares of opposition to Saturn, they don't care nothing about being organized or being ordered. Or they can have a hard time. If it's square, they can have a hard time with being organized and neat and leading people and being analytical and paying attention and all that there. They might can't even read what they feeling in their body or the pain and stuff like that there. So if it's opposition, they don't care nothing about it. Period. They don't care nothing about being organized or being neat and something like that. There, they might oppose people who think people follow normal traditions and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they might oppose anything that deals like with the Saturn like energy. So even their own self, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to be neat and they don't want to be organized. They don't care nothing about all that. That's they got other stuff in their chart. So that's just how it operates, because the squares and oppositions is most of the downside. That's all it is. It's the opposite side until they master it and be able to control it, help put it in a line, you know what I'm saying, in balance. So now when you got your ascendants conjunction to Uranus, now these people got a higher mind, a higher thinking of how they see things. So these people are unique. They different. They feel like they ain't even from here. They feel like they from a whole nother galaxy, a whole nother world, and they feel like people can't feel them. They got advanced thinking, advanced movement. So they got electricity minds, electrical thoughts flowing. They all shocking people and surprising people with ideas, surprising people with what they do. And people always surprised by their presence and whatever they do. They always shocking people. So the people, and also they love surprise. They love uh to shock people also. So these people here, they live by their thoughts, higher thoughts, humanitarian type mind. They love humanitarian like issues to solve. And but also they feel like they ain't from the world, so they could be loners, you know what I'm saying, more than any other sign. Also they could be loners and want to be to themselves all the time. 'Cause they feel like nobody can understand them because their mind's so advanced. But the thing is, they're very friendly, very kind, and very creative, and these are very rebellious people, very rebellious and they can be very stubborn and very fixed. You know what I'm saying? In the way they do things. You know what I mean? So with Uranus here, they are free spirits, so don't try to house them or box them because they ain't going for it. Period. So how they come off, they gonna come off as friendly, as cool, but also rebellion, and stuff like that. There, and don't try to box them. You know what I'm saying? They're free spirit, and they will give. They're very giving, you know what I mean? But at the same time, they love to do things with you, but then again, they don't. So it's like either or with these people. They love to go out and have fun, then they can just chill home and have fun at home. So that's how I go with them. It depends with these people. So these people here is unique. They like people being themselves. You got to be yourself around these people. You can't be nobody else. So with this placement here, They stay on a higher perspective, higher knowledge. They be into astrology, numerology, into things that's different than the norm. These are geniuses naturally. So when we talk about people who has a Ascendant conjunction to Uranus, it blend in. And then you got Ascendant trine to Uranus. This is naturally you, your naturally gift. So easy to you that you might don't want to do no research or want to do all that stuff. You might don't want to be in astrology. You might want to participate with the norm because it's so easy to you. This is something natural to you. Do this with your hand behind your back because that's natural to you to carry out these traits. You know what I'm saying? So you might forget and be stuck in a rut. So sextile, sooner or later you gonna, cause this is something that's part of your energy, you know what I'm saying? It's your potential. See what I'm saying? So it's your sextile. So you're gonna love it the most once you do master this placement, when you do grow into it, you know what I'm saying? And you will love people who are genius and love, you will love astrology more than any other placement. You know what I mean? Because it's sextile to it. Sextile is the one who enjoy things the most out of all the planetary aspects. Because this is what they was like hoping for, and sometimes they don't know they had it in them, but they do have it in them also. That's why they love people who into placements like this. So you got ascendant sextile to Uranus. They would love it more than the trine or conjunction or squares and opposition. See, squares and opposition will appreciate it too because they master themselves. You see what I'm saying? So they can be great teachers once they. Anybody who got like a ascendant square opposing Uranus, once they if they master it, they will love it because Uranus is claircognizance off the riff. They claircognizance, they clairvoyance, all in one. See what I'm saying? So this is something that natural to them, where they get download the information from the universe out of nowhere, from the highest source. I mean, like no other, out of nowhere. If they're looking for an answer, all they do think it, and if they don't get it right then, they get it out of something that's come out of nowhere. Then they say, "Oh, I got the answer," or they just feel it within them. You know what I mean? They know. So Uranus people, they deal with the nervous system, so their nerve is always on fire. So they always on fire. You know what I'm saying? They deal with the ankle and the legs and stuff like that there. So their appearance gonna be how that Uranus effect look different. They're gonna look odd, oddballs. You know what I'm saying? So have an odd look. So now when we talk about a sentence that's conjunction to Neptune, oh, I forgot to say sentence that's square on the opposing Uranus, it would be the opposite. You know what I'm saying? These people might want to be the norm. They might don't want to be different. They might have a hard time being different. And I always feel like people are always after them for being different. We got a Senate square opposing Neptune, Uranus. My fault, Uranus. We got a Senate that square opposing Uranus. These people might feel like people are always opposing. They might always be fighting against people who coming against them and stuff like that. Want to be very argumentative on different subjects and on different topics because they could think they know it alls and think they're the smartest people in the world. When you got ascendant square Uranus or opposing Uranus, so this is the downside of it. Now I got to move on. All you have to do this like what's the upside, which deal with conjunctions and trines, sextile. That's more of the upside. See, conjunction more like both. It could be both because it blend in. It's either or side. But the positive aspects, the easy aspects, is more like the trines and sextile. But the downside is the squares and opposition. Is basically it. So once they accomplish that, they master it. Then they can become on the upside. So boom. Now let's move on. When your ascendant is conjunction to Neptune, when your ascendant is conjunction to Neptune, just gonna give you a dreamy like personality. You know what I'm saying? You had a personality that's very cool, calm, chill, but go with the flow type of personality. Very giving, very soft hearted, very sensitive, but very loving. So because Neptune is all about unconditional love, uh it's the higher aspects of Venus. So it's the higher love. So these people don't like to come down to reality. Sometimes they want to stay up there. See, Venus could come down to reality because it's balance. It's the heart. So the Neptune is more like the pineal gland, but it's also the feet. So once they get on their feet, they good. You see. So when we're talking about Neptunian people, they might have some beautiful feats or beautiful looks, or might have some regular feats paired to the squares of opposition. They might have some feats that don't look good. They might don't. It might pineal gland might be blocked or the pituitary gland. You know what I'm saying? So these people here deal with spirituality, they deal with psychic ability. So all they life, they're gonna feel energy. They're gonna deal with spirits. They're gonna deal with what they see and what they feel. They see things that other people don't see, hear things that other people don't hear. You know what I'm saying? And know things that other people don't know. They feel it in their soul. So they gonna be around energy they constantly feeling. Those who got ascendants that's conjunction to Neptune. It's something that they blend in with them. That's part of who they are. You know, part of their personality be to be creative and see things in a meditative, have a meditative outlook on life. See beauty, love beauty just like Venus. Love beauty, love everything that's beautiful, and want to escape if it's not beautiful. Want to go to another world, another realm when things get ugly, and don't want to confront the ugly. And so they want to get on drugs and alcohol and overdo things, and put their mind into something else like sex or something that's very that can destroy them. Even drugs, you know, everything. Alcohol, like I said, drugs, alcohol, sex, all of that. So this is ascendant's conjunction to Neptune. So now how you use this as a and this their gift. This their gift. This is something natural to them. They get caught in the rut to be creative, being psychic. It's something they do naturally, be into astrology, numerology, all divination, be a spiritual guide, spiritual guru, spiritual teacher, meditation. This part of who they are. Spirituality. They see everything as spiritual. So but since it's trying here, yeah, since it's trying to Neptune, they can be lazy because it's so easy to them to carry this out. It's so easy to what they do. They always feeling energy and know what they feel. See what I'm saying? So with trines, you just got to be on. You got to continue it up and don't slip and don't be lazy. You know, it's already there. It's nasty to you, nasty to your gift. Now sextile, you gonna be into stuff like that and you gonna enjoy it more than others. You know what I'm saying? You go until you activate activate the same energy that's within you already. It's already in you. It's like the light switch. Your light switch is off. But as you continue to study into spirituality, you activate it. And you always had it in you, just had to bring it out. That's what sextile. Sextile. So with the squares of opposition right here, you might want to be all grounded. You might don't want to be a meditative and don't care about your superpowers like psychic ability and psychic gifts. You be too grounded and too and going through it on the spiritual level voices. You be into the mental institution, going crazy, you know what I'm saying? And losing your mind and can't handle it, be a lunatic around here, like a psychopath around here. So this was squares of opposition. When you got ascendant square or opposing Neptune, you come off as the one who had a bad attitude, you know what I'm saying? All type of stuff right here because squares of opposition, so it's the downside. So you be the type that don't want to deal with people and just indulge to anything, do anything, be on the lowest level, live with bombs on the street and all type of stuff. Live, you could be want to be stay on a low level, never want to advance, never want to do nothing. Want this keep smoking weed all your life and just getting the easy job at McDonald's or anywhere on a lower level. So this how it operates because you don't want to deal with the spiritual realm, or you don't want to deal with this world and this world because it's so painful and you can go through what you feel a lot and go through yeah, so you can go through a lot, so you want to avoid it. So with squares of opposition you can really harm yourself. You could really want be suicidal right here and don't know what love is. And so you're here to know what love is, you're here to experience it so you can show people what love is by being an example of love, the universal love. So because you the old soul. So people who has ascendants that's conjunction to Neptune or trine a sextile, I'm saying, especially trine a sextile, this would be more easy for you because it's easy positive aspects. But conjunction can play out on both sides because it's already blended in. It's the strongest aspects. So this nasty part of them is blending in all the automatic, both sides, all of that, full deal. So now we're dealing with the squares and opposition. You know, you operating on squares of opposition side. You're struggling. You're going through a hard time, or you're overdoing it because it's because your ascendant is opposing Neptune, so it don't care what Neptune say. You know what I'm saying? So you be more intellectual than anything. So with this being said, they got to move on to the last one, which is ascendants, descendants, conjunction to Pluto. And a lot of people love the Pluto aspect. Some reason, all my Pluto videos, people love that. That get the most views. But these people here are very powerful. When you get your ascendants, the way you arise is a powerful individual who magnetic, sexual persona, attitude, hypnotizing eyes and nature. People might like your eyes, or either way, you people gonna respect you or they gonna fear you because you got a powerful personality. You a go getter nasty. You easily hardcore. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you male or female. You hardcore, which means you got the drive to get anything done and to do anything. And you always ambitious and you can be very obsessed about things. But you nasty feel when people lying. You feel people pain. You very clairsentient. You and also you claircognizance. You got all the psychic gifts. You could be a medium too. Also talk spirit. So you definitely go very strong into the spiritual realm. And you like to dissect the code things. You and to you, transformation is very important. Always transform yourself to a better person, to being somebody different every day, a better you every day. One person, I mean, one day you might be like a teacher. The next day you might be above a teacher. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just giving you an example. You always transform yourself from the lowest to the so after you go through all your fighting, all your drama, you learn the best. You know what I'm saying? You be very strong. It's hard for people to move you. You hate weakness. You like the truth. You don't like no fakeness. You don't like no flaws. So this type of personality, we dealing with real people right here with this placement who got ascendants conjunction to Pluto, but also, on the downside, we know with squares of opposition, we jealous, like very want to fight all the time and love drama. This squares of opposition, they love drama and all that there. When we talk ascendant conjunction to Pluto, the next part of you the want to feel powerful, and you don't like to ride nobody coattail and be on nobody dock. You want to do your own thing. So these type of people don't ride people coattails. You know what I'm saying? We talk about this. When we talk about another person, they were like, "This person ain't all that." That they gonna be like in their mind, I'm it." You know what I'm saying? So that's what they thinking. I'm it. So these people like that, they ride their own wave and stuff like that. They break their own wave, and these people gonna be into stuff that's deep, like spiritual realm, metaphysical, deep out to the mind, will know how you think, and they're gonna learn how to think, and gonna know how you think. So they make great psychologists, so masterminds and stuff right here with this placement. So these people, they good into tap into other people's spirit, and they know about people in general. So if you wanna mess with a person who got a ascendant conjunction to Pluto, you got to be truthful. You can't lie to these people because they can see through you. They third eyes open. So they got all the gifts, all the weapons, and they good at mind games. So don't try to play them. So we talking about warrior tactics. They got they the higher ups of Mars. They the higher Mars. So we talking about people with this placement. They very caring, very loyal, very nurturing, and very protective of family and friends. It's like the moon. They very protective of friends, protective of those they love. So don't play with these people, family. You already know what's up. So when we talking about uh ascendants that's trying to Pluto, this their gift. This their gift. This is something that's natural to these people. This their gift. So this is naturally them. This nasty. So easy to them to they don't want to be in power. They don't care about leading people. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it be when it's natural to you. You know what I'm saying? To carry out the Pluto traits, to be the researcher. There's something natural to these people. They'll say it be so natural to it don't really excite you because it be like, for example, when I be like reading people or finish people's sentences out, I do it so much until I forget that I do it, and other people impressed. They like they might notice, oh dog, you must be a mind reader. You see what I'm saying? But to me, this something I do all the time. You see what I'm saying? So it's natural. So this same thing with the Pluto trine with the Ascendant's trine to Pluto, as because all trines, this nasty these people gives, nasty a part of naturally the instinct. So sextile, this is within them. They like to be around powerful people. Sextile people, when we talking about ascendant sextile to Pluto, they like to be around powerful people. They like to be around anything that deal with powers. You know what I'm saying? This is sight though. The sight to see strong people, strong leaders, and stuff like that. Anything that deal with power, like spirituality, even magic. So they love stuff like that. They like magic. They like stuff, anything that deal with power. So that they just love power. So after a while, they activate the power within them. You know what I mean? So that's how this operates. So they already got it in them. They just activate it. And that's why they love it so much. So they appreciate it more than anyone else. Sextile. So now, squares of opposition, they probably always fighting against people who in power, fighting against people who in power and struggling with people who in power. It could be a female, male, it don't matter. Whoever got power, they want their rank and say, F this person, F that person who in power. So fighting against officers, these the type of people we talking about here. We talking about a Senate square to Pluto or opposing Pluto. Same thing with opposing Pluto. Fighting against officers. They don't care nothing about people in power. You know what I'm saying? They want to take them out. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. They don't respect people in power. See, like the ascendant's conjunction or trying to sextile, they respect people in power more than the squares in opposition. They could fear people in power. Squares of opposition. They can fear people who in power. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about squares, ascendant square to Pluto or ascendant opposing Pluto. But power is the key right here. Spiritual power, any way they get power, power is the word. The mind is power. Power is the word. So that's how they come off with the Pluto energy. They look like Pluto people, Pluto beings. I mean, with the dark nature, you know what I'm saying? So the Pluto attitude, cool, calm, magnetic, some sexual, to turn people on naturally, and who people want to imitate, who people want to be like naturally. Because people love people with power and scrim, but these are the people with power and scrim. And people who you talk trash to will get you. They will get you cause they could plot on you. Cause they ain't gonna be like Mars who just say it. They'll sneak and plan on you until they catch you slipping like that. So they can get you without even putting it out there. Next thing you know, they gonna attack you. Boom. Like that. Mars will fight you right there. You know what I'm saying? But this the higher Mars with the Pluto. So now, so they get very dangerous. Pluto is more dangerous than Mars, cause Mars up front, and Pluto could love it. They could be smiling because they know they know they can outthank you. They know your mind. And they can say, yeah, I'm planning on him. He just don't know. I'm gonna get him. Or she could say, oh, she just don't know. I got something for that. You know what I'm saying? And they could be smiling in their mind because they know they're gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? So this type of energy we talking about, this that dark energy. When we talking about ascendants, conjunction Pluto, mainly squares of opposition, they definitely gonna be off their rockers. Cause it's a powerful energy. But conjunction could be like that too. Mainly sextile and trine, they pretty cool. You ain't gotta worry about them too much. You got ascendant trine to Pluto or sextile to Pluto. So they just the easy aspect. So they gonna be more on the positive side of it. Most of them anyway. Conjunction can play either or, you know what I'm saying? But sextiles and squares gonna be up on it. So also just people who deal with death a lot. They family dying, people dying all around them, just like the Saturn placement. They deal with death. People dying around them, even their own death. They can have an early death and stuff like that there. People with these aspects like this here. So they deal with death. They ain't scared to deal with death. You know what I'm saying? They ain't scared. And these people could work at funeral homes and stuff like that. So now I said them all. I said ascendants, this conjunction, the Pluto, trine, the Pluto, sextile, the Pluto, and squares and opposing Pluto. Powerful placement, beautiful people. Let me see something here. Live chat. Look at y'all. Okay, I see y'all. But we talking about ascendants. So this is very important when we talking about descendants. Ascendants like ascendants, because whatever conjunction to your ascendants is how you're gonna come off. This will be part of who you are. Especially we got conjunction and trine. This your natural gift is more positive. Sextile, you know what I'm saying. You might give off some of the Pluto energy, and you come further into it later. You know what I'm saying. You gonna love people with the Pluto energy. So this how it operates. Now those with the squares of opposition, they're gonna pose stuff like this. Always want to fight. Always want to always look for the bad or negative in people who have power. Anything that's associated with power, or they might feel powerless, very powerless, like they have no power. They might have low self esteem. So this how it operates with squares of oppositions. So now, since y'all know how this operates, y'all can easily do this yourself with a lot of placements. You know what I mean? So with this being said, as you continue to listen to me, you'll learn more. You know what I'm saying? As I continue to go along, I know I slip up sometimes on the word, but I be speeding up, talking, just going and flowing, in rhythm. So with this being said, beautiful people, now I got to say ascendants that's conjunction to the midheavens. So if it's conjunction to the midheavens, I mean it's connected to the midheavens. That's just basically it. It blend in with the midheavens. Now if it's trying with the midheavens, this your natural gift with the midheavens. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically it. That's it with the midheavens. So now if the sentence is sextile with the midheavens, it's your potential till you bring it out later on in life with the midheavens, whatever your midheavens is. If it squares an opposition to your midheavens, you're gonna have a hard time with your midheavens. So they can go back and forth. And you know what I'm saying? If it's opposed and opposition, if it's sent as the op to the midheavens, they're gonna have trouble fighting each other back and forth until they uh coming to peace with each other. Just like when you and your homie on the block and y'all fighting and then after a while y'all get cool. So that's how it be, you know. So this how it operates, and for every other aspects too. So that being said, I think I said enough. Well, I know I said enough, beautiful people. I love y'all. I'm out to the next time. King Lit got to say peace, beautiful people. Peace. If you could see me, please, 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 peace.